Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for mid-November. It is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your current energy, the near future, and then we'll take a peek into the next 3 to 6 months. See what Spirit has that you need to focus on or whatever comes up for you. And then after that, we'll look into your person's energy and your energy. So thank you so much to everyone who's returning. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the info is in the description box below. All right. Or if you need to, if you didn't catch it in the video below, it's also in my About section. All right. Let's get you shuffled and see what's going on for you. I feel like I need to shuffle just a little bit more. I saw the Sun card, so it feels like something good is coming about, or maybe there seems to be, this is such a basic thing, but they said a light at the end of the tunnel. So you may be feeling a little bit of relief in this period of the month. Maybe the 1111 portal was really good for you. Something may have shifted. There's a change for sure. The Two of Cups in reverse with the Five of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands. In your near future, the Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. In the next 3 to 6 months, the Page of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ace of Wands. So the overall energy is the Three of Pentacles. So that being in reverse that way, I want to see what's behind it. Okay, so the King of Cups. You may be dealing with somebody that you feel like you just can't come together. You could be dealing with someone who's not really good at dealing with like family stuff. So with the holidays coming, whoever this energy is that I'm picking up on, you may love this person. It may just be someone you love very much in your life. Could be a father, something of that sort. And things get a little tricky around the holidays. It could be that you also lost someone close to the holidays, and this could be a really sensitive time for you. But it feels like coming together or collaborations are a little bit difficult right now. But I also feel like there's something that's going to be like either a good memory, something's going to shine a light on the situation and have things kind of turn around. Right now I see the Two of Cups in reverse in your current energy. So there could be a disagreement that had happened and you're trying to deal with it the best way you know how, being emotionally supportive, or you feel like the person really wants to at least try to figure out what's going on. So there is definitely a little bit of conflict, but I don't think it's anything that you can't get past. So let's see. With the Two of Cups in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands, you've got somebody you're dealing with that's had a lot of conflict in their life. So I feel like this person has had disagreements with others. So I wanted to say earlier, if you have a partner that doesn't do well in big groups or in family situations, it could seem as though they're a little bit either defensive or difficult. I think they have a tendency to carry a lot of their stuff with them into public situations, or they just feel uncomfortable is what I want to say. And you could sense that that's what's going on now. So you could be having a minor argument about what to do, but I don't feel like either one of you really wants the drama. It just seems like you need to see it maybe from their perspective, or maybe you feel like they don't see it from your perspective, and that's where there's a little bit of a disagreement. Now, it could be something larger than that, but typically this time of year is really sensitive for a lot of people, especially those of you that really like to be with your family, or you feel a sense of loss around this time, or there have been difficult times. It could have been that that person also had some tough experiences, because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So they could have a lot of really not so pleasant memories about this time of the year, and it feels like it makes them a little uneasy. So if you feel like your partner's got something going on, it could be that, and maybe they're not speaking about it. They seem to want to hold it in because they don't really want to argue. Some of you may have already had this conversation, and you get it, but you don't get it. Not that you're not understanding. I think it's just that you'd rather, well, you'd hope, I want to say, that they could get past whatever this is so that the two of you could come together and enjoy this time. Now we have the Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. This feels like holding on really tightly to things. And at times when you do that, it could be really hard for things to get moving. So you could be holding on tightly to your ideas or the things that you are trying to express within your partnership. This could also be at work where you feel like things aren't coming together. There could be a part of you that's starting to lose your drive about it because there isn't an openness or a willingness for people to hear either your perspective or what you have to say. I feel like this is being misunderstood quite a bit. So right now that may be what it is you just feel misunderstood. You may just want to keep quiet and not really interact with a lot of people. It's kind of a sense of this is just who I am and I want to withdraw a bit. So if I don't seem as passionate or as driven in your work environment and other people are picking up on that, I think you just kind of want people to leave you alone, because right now you just kind of need to do a little bit of me time and kind of hold things close to your chest, because that's what he's doing. Even if it's about financial stuff, maybe you don't want to talk about that. Maybe you've got things going on there and people seem to want to kind of push, or they disagree with the way you choose to do things. It's really nobody's business, but if you need to hold back, that's what I feel like's going on, is you're just kind of protecting your energy right now. All right, now in the next 3 to 6 months with the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So wherever you feel that there's a lack of stability, or you're feeling a little bit insecure or unstable, however you want to put that, all of us have insecurity. So in this case, if you're feeling like things are just a little bit rocky, something's coming about. See how the Ace of Wands is here and the Page of Pentacles is there. It's like when opportunity, what's that saying? Opportunity meets whatever. To me it's divine timing. But this is one of those things where it's like you put out the idea and the passion comes along with it. So if you have something that you're focused on, and that's what he's doing. He's focusing very intently on his money or about how you want your finances to look. If you want to take a leap into something brand new, I think this is saying to try to work on whatever is creating that feeling of I can't. Because the Ace of Wands is saying you've got everything it takes. You've got all the drive, all of the what you need to know, in a sense, to push forward with this. If it didn't show up this way, I wouldn't say, hey, go for it. But it's right there. So there is possibly a new beginning also in a relationship. If you're open right now and you've been single for a bit, for those of you who are, I feel like there's someone that could come into your life who is really grounding and stable, and you could find that this is a very passionate new beginning. But some of you may feel like you want to focus on yourself, your independence, things like that. There's that good old trash truck coming by to give you a sign that this is something that's either going on or something's resonating for you. So just know that this person has good intentions. Although we understand, at times when we don't feel really stable, sometimes when somebody comes in and you're just not ready for it. You may be. Let's see when we clarify. This King of Cups energy keeps popping up. So you could be dancing with. Oh, you may be dancing with them. Maybe you like to dance. A Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Okay, so what is this going on with the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords? This is for Taurus. Okay, these cards wanted to stay out. Yeah, so there's a little bit of stress around a relationship and possibly even a breakup. You may feel like you're dealing with somebody who's been through a lot in their lives, as you probably have as well. But I feel like right now it's still got you a little up in your feelings, maybe up in your head about it, wondering what's going on, why things had to happen the way that they did. I don't feel like there's a lot of communication right now. So either you shut off communication or this person did. I do feel like there's love there, but it doesn't feel like there's any movement right now. I am so sorry about that beeping. We're just going to keep it going because that's what we do here. We keep it moving. All right, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So in the near future, either you or this person, and I'm going to say either because I really do feel it could be either of you that decides you want to open up communication. It does feel like there's a lot of desire within, like you desire each other, or this person definitely desires you. But like I said, there's conflicting energy because at first it said they weren't moving, and then their energy comes up as they want to take a chance, they want to make a move, but they may feel like right now you're a little too guarded and blocked, and maybe not feeling like having a conversation. But if they do come towards you, the good old Queen of Swords came out, and then the World card. I think you're going to have to be very clear to this person because his energy was first out and then yours. So you're facing each other. That something has to transform. And I think you're going to be very honest. That's what she's all about. She's a no bullshitter, right? She doesn't want to play games. She's just clear, straightforward, to the point. And maybe you need to tell this person, hey, look, I'm going through a lot of changes in my life and things are shifting for me. So I'm seeing things from a different perspective. And if you're coming at me because you have desires for me, that's all fine and dandy. But there needs to be more than maybe just that within the situation, or it needs to be more than what it was in the past. If you had a disagreement about whatever it may be, it's going to be something that needs to be clear. And maybe this person's not as capable of communicating the way that you do. And that can make things difficult, different love languages, if you will. Now, with the World card, this is a huge change within you. It's on your side when I hold these up. So it says you're the one who's making the shifts and changes and acclimating to things that are happening probably within your journey, just within yourself, your regular everyday life as well. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Leo, an Aries, Sagittarius. And I have a lot of fire here. So Leo, Sag, Aries, and I have Gemini as well. There is a lot of earth energy too. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Doesn't really matter which energy they are, but those are the ones that have popped up the most significantly. So this is big change. Things are definitely going to be changing. I think you're going to voice your opinion. You could find that this person also has sometimes an inability to find their footing. So they may be unstable financially. They could have had some things that they had to deal with that were really tough. Maybe they have some toxic behaviors that they need to work on. And at times it may feel as though they're constantly always looking for help, whether it be from you or other people. The good news is things are going to be turning around. So whether this is you turning your back to this energy and saying, hey, look, I can't deal with constantly having to give of myself, whether it's financially or otherwise, I got to focus on my own money. And this is saying that things are going to be turning around for you financially. It could be because you've chosen to separate yourself from some energies. And once you pass one of those tests, if you will, or you learn this lesson, that's when things start to improve. And that's what I really think this is saying. It's helping you improve your circumstances. The Three of Swords could say you were possibly in a very difficult third party, or this is just heartbreak in general. It may break your heart to have to put this person aside for the time being because you have to focus on yourself. Yes, it could have been someone that you were in a high level of commitment with. There could be also the potential, if this person handles their stuff, for marriage to be a possibility, or maybe you've thought about that with this particular energy. You may even consider the idea that you could have been together and had children. Something of that sort is coming about. But I feel like right now, it's still, with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse again, creates a little bit too much insecurity. And remember I said the sun showed itself to me in the other deck. So there is joy and happiness to look forward to. Is it with this person right now? That's a good question. When we get into their energy and yours, we'll see if it's the same. We'll check on it. I do think at some point this person's going to get themselves together, but right now I still feel like there's a lack of stability, maybe a lack of independence within them. All right, so let's look at the Page of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. And it could throw you off. So when somebody else has got stuff going on, or they are not stable or independent themselves, of course, if they try to come in and offer you something and they're not there themselves, it can throw you off. So you want to be sure to, guard your energy and also hold on to what is yours, the Four of Pentacles. You could be just holding on tightly to the idea that you're not going to communicate first. If this person wants to get their shit together, they'll get it together. Now, I just shuffled and the Devil's coming out in reverse again. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. This just feels like letting things go that feel not just difficult, but if they stir up those kinds of problems in your life and you don't feel them when that person's not in your energy, I can see where maybe you'd like to look at the possibilities of something else that could be coming in, opening up to someone else who's a little bit more emotionally stable or has a little more to offer. Not that you're necessarily looking for somebody to provide anything for you, just that you want somebody who's in the same place that you are. All right, so the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Five of Swords. Okay, that's a real defensive energy in a good way, because this is how you guard yourself against anything that comes at you. So you have fought off a lot of demons, if you will, and we protect ourselves when we even use that word. But this is like, no, I've got one in my hand and four in my arm, so I will cut anything that comes in my space that doesn't come towards me with good intentions. Because your happiness is what you're protecting. You're protecting the things that you really want in your life. And at times we have to go through some tough situations to realize just what that is that's going to make us happy. And I think that's part of what you're going through. You withdrawing and holding yourself back and getting clear about what's really going to fulfill you, either within a relationship or just in your life in general. We're always shifting and changing. Doesn't matter how far you've come in life or what age you are, there's always a desire to fulfill a different need. We shift and change, those needs change, things just shift. And because you're going through this cycle that's closing out, now you're probably seeing things differently and you're like, maybe I don't want the same things that I wanted before. Something has shifted in me and I just don't want that the same way I used to. All right, and then the Five of Wands. So it could create a lot of drama when you express that to someone that's in your space that, they don't accept it, right? Which people don't. When they want something from you and they're relying on something that they need from you instead of just being there as a partner, they can get a little edgy or combative when they're not getting what they want. All right, so we're going to clear this. So think about whoever is on your mind. And we will see what's going on with them. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles was in the upright on the bottom of that. That's a good energy. That's you focusing on you, your money, and your stability. So let's see what's going on for your person. So, okay, they're stressed. They've got a lot on their mind. You may know this already. The Wheel of Fortune, things have not been going in their favor. The Queen of Wands in reverse could be like they sense that you have pulled back. But there's that King of Cups again. So it isn't that the person doesn't have a lot of love for you, because they do. This is emotion that they can give, but when I usually get the King of Cups, it's saying that they're emotionally stable, and I don't think they are right now. Your energy is the Three of Cups in reverse with the Chariot in reverse. Two of Swords, yeah, you're definitely at a moment of deciding whether you need to fully walk away from this. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're getting past some of the emotion and maybe you're more in your head about it. It's the thinking that probably is what's been holding you back or holding you down with the Two of Swords. So they are definitely stressed out. Things are not going well for them. I think they realize that they've done something to either turn you off or push you away. And I think they have regrets about it, but they're very emotional right now. So their emotions are high. This is not pity party time for someone. They have to take care of their own selves first, and that's important for people to do. You can't heal someone, right? So no matter how much you love and nurture someone, they have to do it themselves. They have to experience these things and get through them. So your energy is the Three of Cups, the Chariot in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So you're not wanting to move towards this person. I don't know that you're abandoning the idea completely that things could work out, but I just don't think things are happy at this point. The Two of Swords, to me, is a crossroads. So I think you have a decision to make. I think you're kind of teetering back and forth about whether you can give this any more time or energy. Let's see what we get from the Romance Angels. And then we'll get the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Taurus. It says very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's exactly it. That's perfect to go along with the Two of Swords and that indecision. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. If you're opening up to the idea of moving on. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, and that's what I feel. I do think there is between you and this person. I don't think it's that's an issue, that there's passion or there's draw or there's some kind of magnetism. And then we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take, only if it feels right to you. This situation involves marriage. Could it have been someone you're married to, or you're currently in this relationship and you're wondering, is it worth staying in? So I'd say yes. If you want to put forth the effort, I do think whatever it is that this person's going through, that they have a tremendous amount of love for the situation. I just think they're stressed themselves and they feel you kind of pulling back your energy. So if this is you that's just decided this isn't working for you anymore, I think Spirit's trying to say, if that's your choice, then keep an open mind, because the next person that you date could be somebody completely different than what you're used to. Now, for others of you, you may want to make the decision and put the effort in. That's going to depend on your circumstances completely. Okay. So let's see what the Lover's Oracle says. And then we'll get a couple of cards for advice for you. All right. So we have surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. For sure. And then we have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. These are both really important messages when it comes to this specific situation. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I love that. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards for advice. This is for Taurus. What's the advice around this relationship? So we have Queen of Wands. Stand in your power. Stay passionate about the things that matter to you. Know your worth. Nine of Cups. Focus on what is going to make you happy. Don't allow things to continue in your life that do not. And they're saying, take a leap of faith. Whatever direction it is, they're asking you to take a leap towards what it is that you feel the best about. If something's not making you happy with the Two of Pentacles, going back and forth about it, I mean, that sounds so simple, but it's know your worth, take a chance, and go towards the things that are going to fulfill you. If this person doesn't do it for you, then you know that that choice is obviously up to you. You have free will. I think the suggestion is if it's not, then it may be time to go. All right, what's the last thing? Let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle for you. This is for Taurus. So we are upside down. So we have here and now. This is a lot about, I keep talking about this. It's called PMA, which is present moment awareness. We have a hard time, all of us, staying right here and now in the moment. But I think for maybe a couple of days, this is really good advice to just focus on what's going on, because 32 reduces to a 5, which to me is about a lot of change. So you may be feeling right now a little bit scattered, like I need to just kind of sit still for a minute. I think that's the advice Spirit's giving you as well. And then by the book, which is an 11, that can be, yes, possibly that this feels like a twin flame connection. You may like things to be traditional. Tauruses are typically traditional, not all of you, but some of you may like things to go in that order. Like, I want it to look like this. And then we have never ending story. So you may feel like you've gone round and round with this situation over and over again, but it feels like with the way that she's holding her head, like you just can't take much anymore. So it's time for you to push yourself to make a choice that is about new beginnings, because as soon as you do make a decision, that's when everything starts to shift and those new beginnings come in. And then a leg up. You have a lot of threes here, so you could be seeing threes quite often. That's a good indication that there's a need to focus on your mind, body, soul, getting really, really good within you. and feeling good about where you are before you focus on putting your energy into somebody else. That's also a 7, which to me is about divine guidance and just divinity in general. 7s are very sacred numbers. And I feel like there's a part of you that knows that you've got this. A leg up, yes, it can mean the traditional meaning you've got a leg up on the competition. But in this case, I want to say it's more that you have a handle on what's going on in your life, and you can get through this the same way you've managed to get through some other really tough stuff in your life. You've got this. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped. Those were definitely your messages for mid-November. If you'd like a personal reading, that info's in the description box below the video, like I said in the beginning, or in my About section. Hope you guys enjoy your mid-month, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.